A couple of weeks ago, the kids and I came out to feed the animals in the morning, and we noticed that one of the goslings was missing. And the kids said it was Pua, or maybe it was Hey Hey, I don't know, they look the same to me. We had two goslings that were the same age. Anyhow, one was missing and we could not find it anywhere. So I assumed that a hawk came and picked it off, or I'm not really sure. As you can see, we have a 6-foot fence that surrounds our entire chicken enclosure, and so I don't know, it was just gone. So about an hour later, I looked outside and saw a mound of feathers, and I thought, what is that? And came out, and it was the gosling, but it was in half. It was really, really sad. There was one half of its body in one spot, a mound of feathers, and then the other half of its body. And I was confused because I could not figure out what kind of predator would have picked him off, taken him because we couldn't find him anywhere, and then brought him back. And as I researched and talked to people, everyone assured us, it's rats, you have rats. And so immediately thought, oh my gosh, we have a rat problem. We've got to figure this out and fix it. So let me show you the chicken coop and why I thought we had a rat problem. So here is our original chicken coop, and it is in the middle now of being demolished because of the concern for rats. There's a couple of chickens inside right there. But here is the reason that we thought we had a rat problem. As you can see, I'm using wood rounds right here to plug up this hole. And it actually surrounds this entire chicken coop. You know, it was jerried. There's quite a few different wood rounds. And actually initially this was done to prevent my chickens from laying eggs under the coop because that's what they were doing. But then we assumed there were rats. Like, what a perfect place for rats to live, under this chicken coop. They have a great nesting area. Here we are thinking that rats are living under the coop. It's the perfect nesting area for them. We pull away some of the rounds and we look, and there are some old eggs under there. I'm pretty sure if there were rats, I'm looking down because we have a rooster who has never attacked anyone, but he always is giving this weird look, like he could come after me, but he never does, and it just makes me a little bit nervous. So anyways, we pull away the rounds, we look under, there's eggs under there. The assumption would be that if we had rats, they would have eaten those eggs. I don't even want to chance it and look at those eggs. They've been under there a while because I put these rounds around this chicken coop probably like 6 or 8 months ago. I started noticing they were laying under the coop, and I had to use a rake to try and rake out all of the eggs. It was such a pain, so I just said, okay, we're gonna put these rounds around the coop. Fix it up. Okay, now we have figured out we don't think we have a rat problem. We're not really sure what kind of problem we have. However, in order to fix the rat problem that we thought we had, we decided, let's build a new chicken coop. And here we are, chicken coop, 2nd edition. My husband has built way too many chicken coops throughout the multiple houses we lived in. He says, this is it, no more chicken coops. This one is pretty amazing. So we used cedar on it so that it would last. And we created one man door, which I can actually fit in if I need to. So I've got 4 nesting boxes over here. We have 4 more on the way to go over here. This is, I believe, an 8x8 interior. And so basically we have hardware mesh. We utilized the idea from the Justin Rhodes Chickshaw and created a freestanding permanent coop, I guess you could say. So this way, when they come in here, there's not your typical roosting bars. They're roosting on these 2x2s, and everything falls through onto the ground, and then I can just rake this out. And they can also dust under here during the day. So we're hoping that this works out well. This actually, if you look up, these boards up here look a little bit older because they are. This was actually a freestanding goat house. It had no sides on it. It just had the roof. So we used that, and Matt framed it out and we built it up, you know, from there. It's actually turned out really nice. Let me go ahead and also show you. Actually, I can show you in here. So there's a cutout here, And we are able to, this ramp right here, we can lift it up and then we can close it. I think he's gonna try and create some sort of system where he attaches it to a rope, and then the kids, there'll be like a rope pulley out here or something so the kids can come out and pull the rope. But so far we haven't had any issues where we need to do that at night. This is what the egg collection area looks like. So it makes it really easy for the kids. You just open this up, pull it down, and they can easily get into these areas. I found, I don't know what this is called. It's like a laying box. It's like a faux straw. It's almost plasticky, but they seem to lay well in it. They don't push it all out like they do straw or shavings, and it has kept our eggs pretty clean. So that's been very nice. I decided to get 2 more goslings, and these are pilgrim geese. The white one is Ricky, and the gray one is Bobby. So the white one, Ricky, is our male, and Bobby is our female. And they are pretty young. You can see they're very downy. This is basically what they do all day. They shove their heads in a corner and they huddle together. I've created this little space for them. It has a heat lamp. They've got food and water, but they continue to come to this corner. So I've decided they can just stay in the barn so that they stay safe. And in, let's see, 10 more days, we have 75 Red Rangers coming, and the purpose or the job for these geese will be to protect those Red Rangers. So they'll be raised out with them. So for now, they're going to stay in the barn, and when the Red Rangers get here, they'll be raised out in the barn with the Red Rangers. The Red Rangers will be in the barn only for 3 weeks, just to get them a little bit larger before we put them on pasture. And the hope is that by the time the Red Rangers are able to go on pasture, these geese can go along with them. And we still have no idea what picked off that gosling. So I'm hopeful that if it had anything to do with something living under the coop, that we've solved that issue with the new coop. And we are now, just in case, reinforcing the bottom fence line that is the 6-foot fence that surrounds the chicken area, and putting rock down, and then we keep wood chips in the coop for them. So between putting the rock around that area and then bringing more wood chips in, we're hoping that if something was coming up under that fence, that we can secure that a little bit. We'll see. That is what comes with living on a farm. Sometimes there's death and we can't do anything about it, and we have to accept it, and it sucks, but there's also life on farms. And so whenever we get to see something born, like piglets or calves, it does kind of make up for that loss. Thanks for continuing to watch our channel, and I hope you subscribe and continue on this farmsteading journey with us.